21st of January, second day in hospital. Around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we managed to get Anthony moved into a side ward. This was the best thing to happen in the last 12 hours. The good thing was that he was hooked up to machines monitoring his breathing. The not so great thing is that I wasn't allowed in the ward as his COVID tests done at the 37 hospital still wasn't ready, results not ready, and so I couldn't be allowed in for my safety. 37 is a very strict military hospital. Later that evening, around 6 o'clock, I managed to convince a very nice nurse to show me which ward he was in. So she did, and this was the back window to the ward. The most she would allow me to do is to stand behind the window so I could see him. Of course, he can't hear me and I can't hear him because of the noise from the monitors. I was happy that I could at least see where he was. We communicated by text or by video. Again, when he does the video or I call him via video, I can see him and he can see me, but we can't hear each other because of the noise from the monitors. I stood there for the next 3 hours with an air conditioner dripping on me. After several hours of being behind Anthony's ward window, I would dash home to check on the girls and back to the hospital again, knowing that I wouldn't be allowed into the ward. I just needed to be around. I needed to be as close as possible as I could get. I didn't want Anthony to be alone or feel alone in any way whilst he was in hospital or ever. Later that night, when I got back to the hospital, I was given a list of medications that the ward needed for Anthony. I went to the first pharmacy, got some of the items, some were unavailable. I had to dash across to the other side of the hospital. I had no idea I could run that fast. Eventually got the medication after waiting in line. These were administered. Unfortunately, Anthony's saturation was still not as stable as the medical team needed it to be, so they kept monitoring him, and between the night of the 21st to the next day, I was back and forth to the pharmacy or back and forth to the lab running various tests. We arranged for an ambulance to move Anthony from 37 Military Hospital to a different hospital. Please let's give way to emergency vehicles when there's a need for it. Previously, I would always give way to emergency vehicles, but my thinking then was, let me move out of the way so they don't wreck my car. However, now I know that I need to move out of the way because that could be somebody's father in there, that could be somebody's son, that could be somebody's daughter, could be your friend. So please, let's give way. It's not up to us to decide if it's a real situation that needs us out of the way or not. Please stay tuned for what happens next when we arrive at the specialist hospital. Thank you.